See this? If capital A and capital B are two n-rowed non-singular matrices. Okay, I didn't talk about singular and non-singular. So singular matrix means the det A. Okay, if det A equal to 0, if determinant of a matrix is 0, then such a matrix is called singular matrix. And if det A is not equal to 0, then such a matrix is called non-singular matrix. Okay, how do you remember it is? Non-singular not equal. Okay, remember it like this: non-singular not equal. So if it is not equal to 0, then it is called non-singular matrix. Okay, now the theorem is this is a theorem: if capital A and capital B are two n-rowed non-singular matrices, then AB is also non-singular matrix. So what they mean to say is, capital A and capital B are not singular matrix, which means this det A is not equal to 0 and det B is not equal to 0. This is what they mean to say. If these two are non-singular matrix, then we are supposed to prove that AB is also non-singular. AB means if I take the product of these two, then this is also not equal to 0. That is what we are supposed to prove. How can we prove it? Say this. Now we know that det AB equal to det A into det B, and we have already shown that det A is not equal to 0 and det B is not equal to 0. Since this is not equal to 0 and this is not equal to 0, there is no way that this can be 0, isn't it? If the product of two numbers has to be 0, then definitely one of them or both of them have to be 0. So already it is known that these two are not zeros. Therefore there is no way this is 0. Therefore it is not equal to 0. So we have shown that if these two are non-singular matrices, then the product is also a non-singular matrix. That is what the first statement is. And the second statement is, they are also asking us to prove that A into B inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse, which means the inverse of the matrix AB is B inverse into A inverse. So this is reversal rule. You have to remember it. So they wanted us to prove that A into B transpose equal to B transpose into A transpose. So now how can we prove it? Let's say B transpose into A transpose is a new matrix C, right? Now what is that we wanted to prove? We want to prove that if AB is a matrix, the product is a matrix, then the inverse of that matrix is B inverse into A inverse. So that is why let's see this. If AB is a matrix, then I want to see what happens with AB into C. In case if this C turns out to be inverse of AB, then we are supposed to get the entire product as I, isn't it? Just check this. That equal to AB into C is nothing but B inverse into A inverse. Then what can we do? We already know that there is associativity for multiplication. So I am going to associate like this: B into B inverse into A inverse. Then what can we write about B into B inverse? We already know that it is I, identity matrix, A into IN into A inverse, which turns out to be A into A inverse, and again A into A inverse is also nothing but IN. So we have shown that AB into C equal to IN. Is it enough to prove that C is inverse of AB? It is not enough. We have to see the other way also. What is the other way? C into AB, right? So C is nothing but B transpose into A transpose into AB. Now what can we do about this? Again we can rearrange them by using the associativity of matrix multiplication. I can write it like this. Then what is A inverse into A? It is IN. We already know that. So it is B inverse into IN into B. So which is nothing but B inverse into B, which is IN. So what is it? Now we are able to show that AB into C or C into AB both are equal to IN. So what can we say? C is the inverse of the matrix AB. So what is C? This one. Therefore AB inverse is B inverse into A inverse. See, even if you are not able to understand this theorem, don't worry about it. Just remember the result. What is the result? If you have n matrices A, B, C, D, something like this, and if you want to take the inverse, just remember that you have to take the inverses of individual matrices and reverse the order, which means you should write it this way: D inverse and then C inverse and then B inverse and then A inverse. This is the inverse of this. Got it? So this is how we can find out the inverses of the product of matrices. Okay.
Hi, if you are planning to do masters, then doing masters abroad is better than doing masters in India. I'll give you all the reasons. So, first reason is, out of 1 lakh students who take GATE every year, there are only 500 seats in old IITs. So all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%, and IITs, universities better than IITs, they have very good acceptance rate like 30%, 40%, but all the IITs put together have an acceptance rate of 0.5%. And if you are working hard to get into IIT Bombay's ranking is 177 and IIT Roorkey's ranking is 400. If you are happy to get into IIT Roorkey, then getting into universities better than IIT Roorkey is easier compared to getting into IIT Roorkey. And looking at the salaries for computer science, for software jobs, if you have done your masters in computer science in US, the salaries are ranging from 80 lakhs per year to 1.2 crore per year. So even if you take an average of 1 crore per year, your savings will be much higher than the salaries in India. After taxes and your cost of living, you can easily save 40 to 50 lakhs per year. And in India, the maximum jobs that you get is around 30 lakhs. So your savings will be much greater than the salaries in India. And these are all the services that we provide. University shortlisting. So depending on your profile, we will shortlist what are the universities that you have to apply, and statement of purpose building, and then LOR guidance, and GRE and English test assistance, and education loan assistance. So you don't have to have any collateral, which means without any security, now you can get education loan. Getting education loan is very simple these days, and whatever the amount of fee that you have a range of universities. You can apply for 10 lakh universities, 20 lakh universities or 50 lakh universities, but whatever it is, you are going to get complete education loan, and you can pay off your education loan in 1 year after you get a job. And then we do visa assistance, mock visa interviews, and then connecting with the university alumni. So now you might ask why we should join Game of Visas. So the answer is we have 90% success rate, 99% success rate. And these are all the destinations that we guide the students to. So we guide students to any country that you want to go. So now it is not just USA. We guide to UK, Germany, Australia, Canada. So we guide students to all the countries. We work with all the destinations. And if you are interested in going abroad, you have to just drop us a message on this WhatsApp number 9494 555 454. Okay, thank you.